Noah Scurry, 17-year-old kid from the trenches of Philly who had basketball scholarships and one of the highest academic scores in the state. Noah Scurry is what they call the ticket in the hood. Everyone had faith and was counting on Noah Scurry to take them out of the hood with his basketball talents, but Noah Scurry would get caught up in the street life as influenced by his father, who was well respected in the hood. It would make Noah want to be in the streets to get the same respect his father and to follow in his footsteps. Noah Scurry would jump off the porch and go from Noah Scurry, the D1 basketball academics, during the day to Joker Otv, the grave digger, at night. Joker Otv would be turning the streets up in Philly. Joker Otv was clapping people in the streets, then waking up at 6 a.m. and going to school the very next day, as he would become Noah again. Noah's other personality, Joker, was causing so much damage in the streets that it would cause him to get shot in 2023.
6-year-old man is dead and 3 teens are hurt following a shooting last night in Frankfurt. It happened just before 9:30 on the 4600 block of Mulberry Street. The man who died has been identified as Ivan Hall from Philadelphia. 3 15-year-old boys are in stable condition after being shot. Police have not given.
But Noah Scurry would shake back from his injuries, returning to the streets with a second chance at life, knowing he was a target of death in the streets and could stay down and start making hundreds of thousands playing ball in college and millions in the pros. Joker wanted to drop 40 in the streets instead of on the court, and Joker would turn his savage up in the streets, and Joker would start catching bodies in the streets and waking up at 6 a.m. the next day to go to school. So not only was Noah going to school every day on the basketball team, going to practice, and having the highest SAT score in the state, Noah Scurry would start drill rapping too about his dead rivals in songs like, in one song Noah would say, "Go to McDonald's with my gun because I can't drop my fries," referring to a shooting where a boy would drop his bag of food while running for his life as rivals came shooting his block up after he got out of a Uber with his sister.
Today, an update on that deadly ambush-style shooting at East Oak Lane. A teen was murdered, his twin sister barely escaping death as the pair arrived home from working at McDonald's last night. The brazen suspects fired more than 12 shots. It's Wednesday afternoon. I'm Brian Tapp.
And I'm Sarah Bloomquist. The big story on Action News is the search for whomever gunned down the 16-year-old in his family's front yard. Action News reporter Annie McCormick is live in the neighborhood with the latest on the search for those responsible. Annie.
Yeah, Sarah and Brian, the family members of the victim telling us that they're too upset to talk right now. However, all day they have been greeted by family and friends that have been coming out here to pay their respects. Also today, we've seen homicide detectives in and around the neighborhood looking for any surveillance video to try to figure out who is behind this.
Homicide detectives returned to the scene hours after shots rang out in this quiet section of East Oak Lane and the 200 block of Farston Drive.
Be advised, we're getting reports in the mail on the highway 200 East Walnut Park.
We were awakened by a series of gunshots, and I really was kind of startled into what was going on.
6 multiple times laid on the front yard of his home. He was pronounced dead at a nearby hospital. Both Jackson and his twin sister worked at this nearby McDonald's and had just returned home from their shift. They were dropped off by a rideshare service.
There were 3 males that had been in the area and essentially lying in wait.
Police say 2 males approached the young shooting victim and fired at least 15 shots. Police stayed at the scene for hours, processing some of the gunfire that hit nearby parked cars too. This morning, people filed in and out of the victim's home to pay respects, some leaving flowers in the front yard where the teen was slain.
Scurry would use a Joker mask to hide who he was, for when he went to college he would be eligible to play. But Joker was turning up in the streets way too much and would become making himself a huge target. Unfortunately, before he could make it out of Philly, Noah Scurry would wake up on what seemed to be a regular day as he would get ready to go to school and would head out the door. When he went outside, his rivals was out there waiting for him, and as soon as he walked out the door, 2 shooters emerged, killing him in front of his house, in front of his mother.
Breaking details on the homicide investigation of 17-year-old Noah Scurry. He's the star student athlete gunned down outside his home in front of his mother while getting ready to head to Samuel Fells High School. And that's where our Kelly Rule is live for us tonight. Kelly, what are you learning?
Well, Sheba, police say they are looking for at least 2 people for this homicide, possibly a third, and they believe they do have the vehicle that was used in the crime. But tonight, law enforcement sources are telling me they believe Noah Scurry appeared in a rap video with guns that was posted to social media the day before he was killed. New tonight, law enforcement sources confirm there is a rap video uploaded to social media the day before 17-year-old Noah Scurry was shot to death behind his home in front of his mother, who was getting ready to take him to Samuel Fells High School. A screenshot of the video shows a man in a Joker mask, at times appearing to hold a gun. Sources tell Fox 29 they believe that to be Scurry. In the video, he dances along other individuals who are also holding and showing off guns throughout it. Skyfox overhead the Philadelphia police impound lot yesterday. Police confirmed this white Jeep Cherokee is believed to be the car used in Scurry's murder, which happened around 7 a.m. Tuesday in an alleyway behind Rohr Street. Police say at least 2 shooters got out of the vehicle, with the driver possibly staying inside. Fox 29 is also learning from sources that Scurry was a victim in a previous shooting back in May 2023 on the 4600 block of Mulberry Street. Our camera there as police investigated. In that shooting, a man in his 60s was killed. Hours after Scurry's death on Tuesday outside Samuel Fells High School, a spokesperson for the school district of Philadelphia, in touch with the school principal and Scurry's devastated basketball coach, says he was a star athlete and recently scored the highest on the SATs in the school community.
The student who was killed was exceptional. As far as the school is concerned, there had not been any issues between this person who was killed and any other student. They don't know of anything going on in the community as well.
Now, as we reported, all men's basketball games here at Fells were canceled for the week. We are told there will be a vigil for Scurry tomorrow as police continue to investigate. Of course, they're asking anybody with information to give them a call. You can also submit a tip anonymously by calling or texting 215-686-TIPS. Jason.
All right, Kelly Rule there. Thank you very much, Kelly.
Not too long after Noah Scurry was shot and killed, rumors would start circulating around the internet saying that Noah Scurry was actually the killer of Gillie the kid's son, YNG Cheese, who was shot. 2024, after going to hang on one of his friend's blocks unknowing that their rivals were coming to shoot the block up and would end up being killed for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But Gillie the kid just went on the Club Shay Shay podcast and confirmed that Noah Scurry was the one who killed his son.
Just read, I saw about the 17-year-old basketball player, straight A student. Am I wrong, Gillie? It used to be like the athletes, they got protected.
Right.
Nobody touched them. Hey, he good now. He gonna be what we, they're gonna be talking about the block. He from the block, he got out. They protected those guys. What happened?
That's who killed my son.
The 17?
Yeah. The 17-year-old basketball player that just got shot 17 times?
Yes.
That's who killed my son.
Really?
Yes.
What was that about?
Well, it wasn't for my son.
Your son happened to be there?
Yes.
Oh.
Them blocks is beefing. They going through it. My son just so happened to pull up out there 5 minutes. They come to shoot the block up. My son's not from there. Blocks is beefing. They going through it. My son just so happened to pull up out there 5 minutes. They come to shoot the block up. My son's not from that block. He don't, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just so happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
What the?
That's how deep it is.
Bro, he has the potential to get out.
Right.
And he living that life?
No. But see, you don't understand. He got videos out where he got a Joker mask on.
Right.
Bunch of guns in his hand. So these kids is influenced by all the wrong things.
Right.
To shit that don't matter. You know what I mean?
Right.
To shit